We've got Jones versus Dan Henderson, and we got Miesha Tate versus Jessica Ai, which is interesting because then over the weekend, Miesha retired.
I know.
And so I don't know if that means that's also her way of letting us know, hey, I'm taking my oars out of the water, or if that was just from MMA. I haven't talked to Miesha yet, but at any rate, big match for us that I expect it'll still come through.
Yeah, so they did an MMA fight recently, and now they're running it back at Submission Underground too. Very interested to see how that one's going to play out. Jessica definitely has to be motivated because she didn't get the best of Miesha with the MMA portion of it, and of course Miesha's got a reputation to hold up. She's one of the best grapplers out there.
Yeah, Miesha was the world champion, if I can remind you. Miesha was the world champion in July of this year. I don't accept her resignation. I wish Dana would have told her the same thing. You can't go from being the world champion and headlining UFC 200 4 months later to being out of the business. You just simply can't. If you need some time off, take some time off. But the July card, that was yesterday. That just happened as she was on top of the bill. Come on. I think she needs a little break. That's her decision to make, not mine. But as a fan, I'm going, man, this math just doesn't work. You were the queen of the universe 4 months ago. You can't be out of the business today. We don't accept it, Miesha.
I agree. And John Jones versus Dan Henderson, who thought of that one?
What do you think of that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, what do you think of that? That came right from the top. Martin Florini, CEO at Flow Sports, he said, that's the match I want. And those guys said, yeah. Those guys said, well, we've been wanting to do that match for a while, too. So let's just do it on December 11th. It wasn't very hard to put together.
Chael, looking over that matchup of John Jones and Dan Henderson, I'm sure before you could put that matchup together, you had to call one of them. Which one did you call first? And once you got the okay on one side, what was the call like for the second guy?
Well, we went to John Jones first, and we just asked him if he wanted to participate, and he did, and he gave us the name Dan Henderson.
Oh, wow.
He made that suggestion, and we thought, really, Dan Henderson? We were going somewhere totally different with John Jones. We were looking to put him in there with Vinny Magliesh. Never even called Vinny. John came to us with the name of I want Dan, and we just thought, yeah, let's do UFC 151. Let's just make that happen. So we were looking to put John, the greatest MMA fighter of all time, in there with Vinny, the greatest grappler of all time. So that's where we were going. But John had the idea. Boom, we called Dan. Dan said, let me talk to my wife. I'll call you right back. And as he said that, his wife walked in the door. So he never even hung up. He yelled to her. She said, yeah, let's do it. And he said, well, I'm in. And that was it.
That's awesome. That's one of...
How's that for easy? And that's really what you want. You want two guys that want to compete with one another.
Right,
if a guy needs a carrot dangled in front of his face or he needs begged, he's the wrong guy. Cut him and move on. The right guy steps forward every single time. And if you got to go... And I will tell you, it has been nothing but disappointing dealing with the true world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, I got a lot of respect for those guys, but as far as those guys being legit tough guys, oh my God, what a bunch of pansies! I have been stunned at they do not want to compete. They are so married to their records, and I'm 400-0, and I'm 1,000,000 and none, and I mean, what are these made up BS? It's why nobody knows who these guys are, and nobody cares. We come out to try to give them an opportunity to showcase them. You can't find a jiu-jitsu themed event that sells out. It doesn't happen. You can't find a jiu-jitsu themed event that goes and streams online. It doesn't happen. This is it. If you are a big deal, this is where you want to come. And it is shocking how many of those wimps do not want to put it on the line. I'll give an example.
Yeah.
I'll give an example. Mackenzie Dern is supposedly a world champion in jiu-jitsu.
Right.
We tried to put Mackenzie Dern against Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate accepted on the spot, coming in to Mackenzie's world, who's trying to break into MMA. So it's a opportunity of a lifetime for Mackenzie, because she is now going to get to go against the queen of MMA that just was the world champion a minute ago.
Right.
In her realm, which is jiu-jitsu, Miesha accepts to come into her world. Mackenzie turns the match down. You just go, this is insane. This is insane that you are scared to compete in what you are allegedly the champion of the world at.